Good evening, everyone. I'm Ava Graves. Welcome to Campus Nightly. Our top stories tonight: the Pentagon has issued a critical warning against using the Signal messaging app, citing vulnerabilities exploited by Russian hackers. Seton Hall Law School recently hosted a symposium addressing the growing dangers of AI companion bots. We'll also have sports coverage with anchor Brianna Beck, an update on Hailey Bieber's legal action following her online controversy, and an exclusive interview with Seton Hall alumni and former executive producer for Pirate TV, Louie Pasculli. This is Campus Nightly. Our first story tonight: the Pentagon has issued a warning against the messaging app Signal, citing serious security risks. The warning came just days before key national security officials, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, accidentally included Atlantic journalist Jeffrey Goldberg in a Signal chat discussing airstrikes on the Houthi targets in Yemen. The Pentagon's memo specifically cited the app's, quote, link devices, end quote, feature as a target for Russian hackers who are using it to monitor encrypted discussions. This vulnerability allows attackers to view every message sent by an unwitting user in real time, effectively bypassing Signal's end-to-end encryption. Experts say that it's risky and quite rare for top national security officials to share military intelligence on an unsecured platform, raising questions about cybersecurity at the highest levels of government. Next, Seton Hall Law School recently hosted a virtual symposium addressing the growing dangers of AI companion bots, particularly with their impact on children. The event, titled AI Companions: The New Frontier of Kids' Screen Addiction and Online Harms, brought together experts to discuss how these AI-driven chatbots can expose young users to inappropriate content and foster unhealthy emotional attachments. Professor Gaia Bernstein, co-director of the Institute for Privacy Protection, opened the discussion, emphasizing the lack of awareness among parents about this new technology. The symposium highlighted these bots and how often they are marketed as age-appropriate games, use algorithms designed for maximum user engagement, potentially harming children's mental health. This demonstrates Seton Hall's commitment to addressing the ethical challenges of emerging technologies and advocating for responsible AI use. Coming up, Shoe TV's anchor Brianna Beck with the latest in sports. Stay tuned in after this break.
As one of America's leading Catholic universities, Seton Hall is creating graduates who are ready for anything.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to work in the ICU.
To work in the big leagues.
To be a leader.
To teach special ed.
To make my mark.
To volunteer in Micronesia.
To improve health around the world.
To get my master's.
I'm ready to make a difference.
To spread smiles.
To help others.
I'm ready for anything.
Seton Hall. Imagine what great minds can do.
Hello, I'm Brianna Beck, and this is your Seton Hall Sports Update. The women's basketball team wrapped up an amazing season with a match against Portland. The game was extremely close up until the fourth quarter, where Portland rallied, ending the score with a score of 61-55. We saw amazing efforts from underclassman Jada Eads, who got her second double-double during the matchup, as well as forward Ayanna Lobes, who fought hard and earned the Pirates 13 points. The season closed with a record of 23-10, and we can't wait to see how strong they come back next season. In baseball, John Downing earned his first ever Big East Weekly Honor Roll. Downing pitched 5 scoreless innings and led the team to a victory against Iona University with a score of 5-4. We're wishing all of our Pirates the best of luck in their upcoming games. I've been Brianna Beck, and thank you for listening.
You know Seton Hall for basketball, but we're a whole lot more.
We have amazing classes and professors who really care if you succeed.
We are Catholic at our core, and we welcome students of all faiths.
We're close to New York City, which is great for finding internships and jobs.
The day we graduate from Seton Hall, we're ready to make our mark on the world.
Oh, and we're really good at basketball too.
Welcome back to Campus Nightly. American model and celebrity Hailey Bieber is reportedly exploring legal action after being falsely portrayed as a bully and stalker by social media personalities. The controversy reignited when a TikToker claimed Hailey liked to post mocking Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber's ex, and a series of videos accused her of stalking Justin before their marriage. Hailey, through her representative, has denied these allegations, calling them, quote, fabricated, end quote, attempts to revive an outdated narrative. This isn't the first time that Hailey and Selena have been pitted against each other online. In 2023, Selena publicly urged fans to stop harassing Hailey. Despite efforts to move past the drama, social media speculation continues to fuel the feud narrative. Hailey's legal team is now reviewing steps to counter misinformation and protect her reputation. Coming up, we have an exclusive interview with Seton Hall alumni and former executive producer for Pirate TV, Louie Pasculli. So stick around after the break.
Founded in 1856 and named for America's first native-born saint, Seton Hall is New Jersey's largest Catholic university. Located just outside of New York, our students experience life in and around one of the world's most dynamic cities. As a founding member of the Big East Conference, Pirate pride runs deep.
Let's go.
Welcome to Seton Hall.
Seton Hall University, where leaders learn.
Welcome back, and welcome back, Louie. It's so nice to see you again. So, first thing I want to ask you is, can you tell us a little bit about who you are? Who is Louie Pasculli?
Yeah, well, happy to be back here. And I would say I am someone who really likes sports. I'm trying to make a career out of it, right? I love playing sports, love watching sports, love consuming sports media, and I am a Seton Hall graduate, class of 2024, as the former executive producer of Pirate TV before it was Shoe TV, and that's a little bit about me.
Great, and so next, since your graduation from Seton Hall University, how would you say that your career has progressed, and what significant professional achievements have you acquired?
Yeah, so since graduating Seton Hall, I have progressed my career in the journalism aspect and the sports broadcasting aspect. For sports broadcasting, I work with big state sports where I call high school games in New Jersey, and I do games in the fall, football, then basketball in the winter, and I'm going to do some stuff with them in the spring as well. Then on the journalism side, I work for Tap Into. They're based out of Hamilton. They have a lot of different hubs, but I work for the one in Hamilton as a freelance journalist, and I write news stories for that company. And then I'm also happy to announce that I will be broadcasting the very first game of the Jersey Shore Wave Women's Football Conference professional football team on April 5th. I'm super excited for that. It's the first of its kind. There's no professional women's football franchise in New Jersey, so I am extremely excited for that one.
Wow, well, congratulations. On that note, what was the most significant challenge you would say that you encountered from graduating Seton Hall, and how did you overcome it both personally and professionally?
So I think the biggest challenge that I faced after graduating was just adjusting to life after college. You know, you've been in college for 4 years, you're used to how it goes with going to classes and then doing work and having your extracurriculars, but after you graduate from college, it's totally different, right? Some people move away from home, some people stay at home, some people have full-time jobs, some people do freelance stuff, and whatever the case might be, it just is different. And I think that getting used to it being different for wherever you are, whatever, avenue you take, I think that's the biggest, at least difficulty for me was after I graduated from college, and it was, for me, was really finding good use of my time because I had a lot more time than I did when I was in college, and I tried to be productive with that. At first, I was like, oh, this is great, but then I was like, no, I gotta be productive, right? Because I did a lot of freelance stuff, so you get to pick your own hours, which is nice, but I tried to be productive with my time, and I think that finding productive things to do, whether it's working on my reel or reading about broadcasting or journalism, I think that's what really helped me bridge the gap and help me with that transition.
Great, and then in what ways would you say that your time here at Seton Hall University has shaped your career path, and are there any specific classes or professors or maybe an experience that you had that you would say you would attribute to your growth?
Well, I don't think there's any one class or one professor that really helped me get to where I am. I think it was the whole experience overall. And I think that because you can have a pretty well-rounded and a wide range of experiences here at Seton Hall. There's a lot of different things to do in the media realm, whether it's behind the scenes, in front of the camera, sports media, photojournalism, news journalism, whatever the case is. It's a very well-rounded atmosphere here at Seton Hall. And so it's hard to point to one class or one professor specifically, but I think it's more of the overall experience you can have, and I think that that's really helped me because I've done a little bit of everything outside of, or post-graduation, I should say, and that's really helped.
Great. And then moving forward, what advice would you offer to new graduate students at Seton Hall to help them make the most of whatever's left of their academic career and then moving forward into their professional career?
So some advice I would give is definitely to network. I think networking is really important, and I think although it's talked about a lot, it really should be up there in every student's top priority that attends college is to try to network, try to build a bunch of people that you can connect with and they can help you, you can help them, and I think it'll really help whether it's right now or down the road in 6 months' time, even a year's time, if you stay in contact with that person, I think networking really could help with different opportunities. And also saying yes. I think saying yes is really important, and you did a pretty good job of that, always saying yes. But say yes, figure it out later, and it really can open up some different doors and opportunities that you might not have otherwise known were there. So it helps to say yes, and I think that can get you a long way along with networking.
Amazing. And so my last question for you is, could you describe what it was like to be a part of Pirate TV in the past, and how would you say that the organization that is now Shoe TV has evolved since you were last here, and what were like some of the more interesting projects or experiences that you had while you were here?
Yeah, so Pirate TV was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved being part of Pirate TV, and I enjoyed being part of Shoe TV. It was always great. But when I first came as a freshman and sophomore, there were some really great people who worked there, some people I still am in contact with. One of them was previous executive producer Christian Gardner. He is awesome. He was so much of a help to me as a young student here at Seton Hall. And outside of that, he was a good person as well. So he would help me outside, the walls of the studio too. Great mentor, great person, great human being. And I really loved it. One of the things I enjoyed working on was I called it PTV Side Talk, and it was me and Ryan Henry, as we call Hen Dog. We went outside and we emulated our own version of NYC Side Talk, where we interviewed people outside of the Big East tournament. So that was a project I worked on PTV that I'm really proud of, and I still will go back and look at it, and I really enjoyed doing it because it was my idea, and I ended up pitching it, and me and Ryan, with the help of Ryan, went out and did it, and I edited it, and it came out great, I think. So I really like that. But then, of course, PTV started the transition to Shoe TV, and there was, say, about a year or so before that where you came along and you were part of PTV, and then eventually Shoe TV.
Yeah, it was really, I would say, a series of transitions when it came from all of this. Like, from the very beginning, I mean, we were literally working out of a closet with a single camera and like one laptop, and moving from one studio to the next. And now I've definitely seen Shoe TV develop such like a strong core team. Like, all the people in the next room over from me, all of the crew are clearly very talented and dedicated. And I just appreciate how well this organization has become organized and is stayed true to the message, and clearly cares a lot about quality journalism. And overall, I'm just very proud about where this has come, and I'm happy to see that we have a good future looking ahead of us.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's so awesome because I was here for the beginning of Shoe TV, but everyone that's currently here has taken it and ran with it, and they've done such a wonderful job. They finally have settled down in the studio in the U Center. It looks great. We have cool graphics that you can see right here. And but it's awesome to see how far it's come from even just a year ago, where there was a lot of uncertainty, a lot of moving parts, but everyone here has done such a great job of coming together and outputting really quality material, and it looks good both on the university but on them as well as being a student production. It's really awesome to see.
And that's why it's so great to have you back. Like, your insight is always appreciated, and we're so happy to have you here. So thank you so much, Louie, for coming by, and thank you to all of you who are watching. Again, my name is Ava Graves, and quickly I want to give a shout out to Farnsworth Hendrickson Jr. for being the first African American student to direct Campus Nightly today. So take care and good night.
You are watching Shoe TV.